欢迎跟我学中文。今天我们讨论 a group of words that are referred to as modal particles in Chinese grammar books written in English. And in Chinese grammar books written in Chinese, they're called 语气词, tone of voice words. To help myself explain what they are and how they're used, I'll call them meta tags, and you'll see why. Here are the examples from previous episodes. This group of words don't have meanings on their own, cannot be used on their own, and they're not needed for correct grammar. They're always attached to the end of a word, phrase, or sentence. Hence, I call them tags. Secondly, they're not part of the content-making words. Without them, these still make sense. When a tag is added, you get extra information on how these are said, what thinking is implied in the way they're said. In other words, they store meta-information of the main content. That's why I call them meta tags. Being tags also means they can tag different word, phrase, or sentence. Or a word, phrase, or sentence can be tagged with various choice of tag. Each will give you specific meta-information on the thinking behind what is said at the time. For example, when used as a response to a request or suggestion, 好 means okay, you're agreeable. And this is all you have to say. But you can also tag it to mark your tone. And people usually do that when they want to communicate more than just saying it. 好吧 sounds like you consent to what's going to happen, but you don't necessarily like the idea. The thinking behind it is, I'll just go along. The ba tag marks a tone of subtle reluctance or hesitation. 好呀 is usually said in good spirit. You're very happy to oblige. The ya tag usually marks a tone of cheerfulness or pleasure. 好嘞 declares you are 100% behind the idea being put to you. The lei tag is mostly associated with 好. 好嘞 it's a powerful gesture of mateship. 好的 this is for if you want to be cute when saying yes. You use it either because you just want to be cute or because you're secretly resentful to the idea, but since you have to say yes, you say 好的 to mask your resentment. The D tag denotes lightheartedness and is very popular among the female demographic of social media texters. Going back to the examples we've seen in previous episodes, we've covered that one. Ha has always been an onomatopoeia for laughter. It became a meta tag in recent years with the onset of social media texting. It's often used to tag something that you don't want to be taken the wrong way or to pacify someone's frustration. In our scene in episode 8, Carlos was a bit bothered by the presence of other people while being openly mocked by his wife. So when asked to lower her voice, Gabby was all about compliance. And this takes the edge off her mockery. In texting or phone conversation, you will also see or hear this a lot. 不聊了哈 This is when you're really done chatting with the person, you want to leave, and you don't want to upset them. We learned this word in episode 6, and this is just to make sure this is said with a smiling face. Denotes an exclamation. It adds a tone of surprise, admiration, or affirmation. 好香 is usually said to compliment the delicious smell of food. 好香啊 is often heard when people smell yummy food. 你行啊 is often said to someone who's achieved an accomplishment, big or small. It's just like saying, good for you, well done you, or good on you. 是啊 It's probably the most used affirmation phrase. Ma usually marks a tone of contemplation. You use it to pause, gather your thoughts before making a remark. In our example in episode 12, Susan was asked a question. She took it in, thought about it, then responded. It's not just for dramatic moments, though. It's for any time you want to respond with some remark that you want to share. 我嘛，还好。Me, not too bad. 他嘛，别提了。It's for him, let's not talk about it. So these are just a small fraction of all meta tags in Chinese, and we only covered their most likely connotations. All of them are best learned by taken with contexts. For the next episode on grammar, we'll cover the difference of 在 and 着 when used for continuous tense. If you find this content useful, please like this video to support my channel. 多谢各位的陪伴，我们下次见。